Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Stepping. And today what we are going to see is all about a poem Wind. This is the second poem in 9th standard CBSE English. So as usual, before going to see the textual lines and the explanation part of the poem, we will have a small brief introduction part. So this poem Wind was actually written in Tamil by Mahakavi Bharatiya. He is a well-known Tamil poet and best known for his patriotism in pre-independence era, and it was translated into English by A.K. Ramanujan, and he is a well-known Kannada come English poet and best known for his translation of classical and modern poetry. And now about this poem we will see. Normally, wind, as we all know that it is a natural phenomenon. But here in this poem, the poet talks to the wind. The power of the wind is described here, and it says that the wind is so destructive. He has linked the destructive power of wind to the adversities of our life. Adversities in the sense the practical difficulties, the problems, obstacles of our life. And also says that the weak people break down, but the stronger people emerge out of these kind of adversities in our life and being very stronger. This poem gives a message to all of us that we must be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive in this hardship of life. But most of the weaker ones will break down very easily. But the thing what we have to do is, actually the poet expects us that we must make these kind of adversities of our life into our friends, so that it will be very easy for us to tackle the practical problems of our lives. So now we will see the textual lines and the explanation part. And before that, I would suggest you that while explanation, what are the areas we have to concentrate? The first thing is that the literary devices used in this particular poem and the important words meanings. So now we will see the textual lines and the explanation part of this poem. So now we will see the textual lines. Before that, just I would like to read the poem for you. Wind. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You're very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We prize him every day. And we can see very clearly in this poem, there are so many different literary devices used. The main one is here the personification. The wind itself being used as a person here, destructive force. And there are many more like wind god, and he refers to even the wind. So like that, there are so many other different links and different words also there. And now apart from that, we can see so many alliterations and so many repetitions, anaphora, a metaphor, and many more have been used here. The mainly what are things are used in this particular poem, while explanation part in detail we will see. So now we will see the first part of this poem. Actually, the poet addresses the wind. So now he is telling that wind comes softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelves. So normally these are the things are being done by the forceful wind, the destructive power of the wind. But now he is telling that don't do these kind of things. He is actually literally requests the wind. He is talking to the wind. The second part we can see that there, look what you did. Now again he is demonstrating, he is showing that what are the things actually the wind has done before. So what are the destructive things happened? You threw them all down. So you refers here the wind. And you tore the pages of books, and you brought rain again, and you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. And again he is telling that, commenting that the wind is being very clever in poking in the sense making fun, making fun of the weaklings. Weaklings is nothing but just the weaker ones. For an example, he is giving all the things in detail. Frail, crumbling houses. Crumbling in the sense very, 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 very weak and breaking into small fragments. So, which is considered to be not so strong, not so rigid. It is very flexible and very weaker ones. And the crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, and crumbling hearts. So we can see all these kinds of words are very, very simple. Crumbling rafters, there is a word rafters given. Rafters is nothing but just like a beam. So on that we will have that roofings. So roofs will be there. Below that we can see such kind of reapers, beams like that. So even all these things are, if it is very weaker, then it will be working out by your force and your forceful wind, and it will be everything is damaged. So now he is telling that what are the things actually happen to these kind of things because they are all very weak. And the wind god winnows and crushes them all. So now again he is addressing that wind as wind god. So here also we can see the personification is being used. So now the wind god winnows. Winnows is nothing but just a kind of blowing air through the grain to remove from the grain and the chaffs and the small peeling out and small dust particles. So when we just throw them something, so it will be just flying away. The weaker ones will fly and the stronger, the solid one will fall down. So like that here he is comparing. And the wind god winnows and crushes them all. The wind god winnows in the sense segregating, discriminating, and just dividing into different things. Now you can see easily comparing the things that the weaker ones and the stronger ones. Only weaker ones will be selectively just being affected by the wind. But the stronger ones, they will tackle, they will survive, and they will encounter with the problems. So like that again and again, so we are just reminding that the wind, the force of the wind is comparing with our hardships of our life, the practical problems of our life. And here again he is addressing that it can easily damage only the weaker ones. Then he won't do what you tell them. So again he refers to the wind. He will never listen. He will never listen anybody. So that he just whatever he likes, he does it. So like that now we cannot have any role. We cannot dominate that. So here you refers here the readers. Whatever you tell them. Tell in the sense we tell. And so come let's build strong homes. So what is the alternate source? Unless and until we are stronger, we cannot do anything. So we will be affected by the wind. So come, let us build strong homes, joints, and let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body and all the things. Make the heart steadfast. Steadfast is nothing but being very determined. So being very strong enough. So like that now he is telling that to equip ourselves, to empower ourselves, to develop ourselves in a better way so that easily we can tackle with the problems. So problems, the forces, the destructive forces. So comparing here is the wind with our own hardships of our life. Then do this in the sense follow these kind of things what actually the poet suggested, and the wind will be friends with us. If you do it, if you are very strong enough, if you are having that guts to face, if you are very brave enough, and the wind of course will be just like our friends. Make all obstacles, make all the difficulties, practical problems and adversities as friends. So we will not have any problem further. And the wind blows out weak fires only. So it can only make dumb of the weaker ones. If it is a lamp, if it is a small candle, easily the wind can do it. But if it is a big fire in the forest, even if it is just blowing up the air, the wind force, even more it will be just firing like anything. So it can only do the flourish things. So you see the second line, he makes the strong fires roar and flourish, but the weaker ones, it can easily spoil. Right? Then his friendship is good. His friendship is nothing but making the friendship with the hardships, the practical difficulties, the problems. If you make him just make those things like friends, then furthermore no problem for us. And we prize him every day. So we prize him in the sense we have a touch with him every day. So I hope that you understood the poem very clearly, and the literary devices used in these poems are the personification, we can see very clearly the wind itself. And apart from that, we have so many other comparisons also. He, the wind god, he also there. And we have anaphora also, one of the literary devices being used in this particular poem. That is the repetition of the same word in the consecutive lines. So we can see the part, the beginning of the poem, don't, it has been repeated. And even furthermore, the consecutive lines we can see you, that is also being used. And apart from that, metaphor also being used. It is in the 12th line, so we can have that word the wind. It is again comparing with the wind god. And just we are concluding this poem, hoping that you understood well about this particular poem. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. For more videos, subscribe my channel Step In. If you really like the video, share to others. Thank you.